what is it in your life that when you do it, you get passion, you get power, you get invigorated, you get motivated? That's your natural habitat. You may not have been born in it, you may not have a degree in it, you may not have anybody else in your family that relates to it, but when you get in that environment, you start swimming and splashing. You get creative, you get motivated, you get positive, you get ideas. Ooh, it's after 5 and you're still working because it doesn't matter. You're in your zone, you're in your element. That's what you're supposed to be doing. That's where you're best.
I think that there are 3 fundamental laws, whether you're in the kingdom or out of the kingdom. That's the law of environment, the law of relationship, the law of influence. Place, people, power. Whenever we underestimate the importance of being in the right place and around the right people. When I think of Africa, and I think of lions don't hang with giraffes.
Right.
They hang with people that are motivated by the same stimuli, that are after the same target, understand the risks, have the strength, but also understand how to help each other get to that place. I think what happens is we don't understand the importance of being in the right place.
It is critical. It is critical. It is so critical, and we are the only species that wanders away from the place we were created to.
Absolutely.
You don't see birds saying, you know, I'm not flying no more, I'm gonna fly. Pray for me that I won't fly.
Only people do that.
Yeah, only people. You don't see fish saying, you know, I'm just not swimming, man, I'm just not gonna swim anymore. You know, you don't see giraffes saying, you know, I'm not gonna walk on 4 legs. Everything else is true to how it is created. Sea turtles are born in the sand. The mother lays the eggs in the sand, digs a hole for them, buries them in the sand, keep them warm in the sand. They hatch, they gestate and hatch in the sand. The mother is gone when they hatch. The moment they break through the shell, they immediately turn to wherever the water is and start moving to the water. You can be born one place, but that doesn't mean you ought to stay where you started. I didn't totally write this with a church environment in mind.
No.
But I told my sister 20, 30 years ago, well, it's been, 30, 40 years ago, I told my sister I couldn't hardly keep my lights on.
Yeah.
I had 2 kids and a wife. We were struggling tremendously, not because I was lazy. The job that I had worked for years had gone out of business. The state that I lived in was the 74th state in the United States. And I was trying to pastor a church for $300 a month, and I was working a full-time job until I couldn't work anymore and didn't have a job trying to make ends meet. I was so determined to work that I got some lawnmowers and started a lawnmower service and started cutting grass. I started digging ditches to help my brother put in a gas line. And one day coming home from work where I bought all of these cough cutter diapers and things trying to make ends meet to take care of my kids, I told my sister, I said, I'm not going to be broke anymore. You can't go in today and understand it. I was driving a 1967 Valiant with the floorboard rusted out of it. And I was parking over the floorboard so my kids' feet wouldn't fall through and get hurt. I told my sister, I'm not going to be broke anymore. She said, what are you talking about? I said, I don't like it. I did not embrace the life I had as kids that were mine. It was a situation I went through, but it was not organic to me. I knew when I went in that place to get, whipped or whatever it was, and they were talking to me any kind of way, I thought, oh,
Happy Uncle.
I don't belong in here. I don't belong in this situation. I'm not equipped for this, but I'm going to flip out on this. Follow me on Instagram. I went back to the house that I lived in recently and looked at the house. I looked at the house. I'm 57 now. I went back to my 27-year-old self who was in that house with 2 kids, and my idea of success was to get all the utilities on at the same time. I being funny, that's the way my mind was. I was like at 57 years old, and I could see my 27-year-old self with a wife and 2 kids wondering how I was going to feed them another week. I could see my sister bringing me groceries on Friday when we got off work to help me feed the kids. I remember not being able to sleep at night because I wondered, did I have what it took as a man to be able to take care of my family? Have I been on more than I could chew? At 57 years old, I go back to my 27-year-old self. I'm standing there in the driveway looking at the house, remembering myself at 27 years old, and I spoke to my 27-year-old self and said,